What's up, people? I act like I was calling my dog. Yeah, what's up, folks? Let me wait for some more people to get up in here. I know it's Monday, so y'all got a hangover probably. Done went through what y'all went through due to, that win. First off, I want to say I was mad I missed the joint, so my reaction is definitely delayed. But just notes from the game, man. That was a hell of a game, hell of a game. I just watched it today in full. I really watched it again today. I watched it last night too, but I watched it again today just to really get like a clear understanding on it. Let me know if y'all can hear me pretty good too. You guys can hear me, right? Oh, we live. What's up, Alex Soto? What's up, Darren Dunn, Sports Guru, the Lunatic, J Money, Davey. Davey was good, man. I know. Oh, Sonic. That's who you. I ain't know who Davey 84 was. I remember Sonic though. That's Sonic, man. You changed your avatar. That's what it was. Yeah, he always like know the gang. You've been know the gang since the beginning, man. Eddie Perez was good, man. B Rob, shout out to the being first up. You know what I mean? 82 Ray J. I don't know what that name is. I got ask you what that mean, unless you the real Ray J. Sam G's. Yes, sir. Let's roll. Bro Tariq, what's good? You already know so mo. So mo. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. They dug deep that game. And for me, watching it again, I was already excited just looking at the score. We were at a boxing event. My fighter had a fight yesterday. He won too. But I couldn't watch it because we were outside. So yeah, it was like, I was extra anxious all day. I was kind of pissed off at halftime, but something in me, I never gave up. I just said we got, because it happened early. I just saw that we were down a lot early. We were down by 20. I think it was 27 by the time 20-7 by the time I looked up at the score. But you don't get opportunities to prove who you are without the adversity that they had to face that day. I still think the first half was a lot of rust. You don't fumble that much unless it's rust. It's because we haven't been taking real hits. There were no scrimmages. There was no preseason once again. So that live action just isn't there. There's no way to simulate somebody, a grown man hitting you, man. No excuses. Everybody had to deal with it. But I think our team just had a little bit more of a hangover or something. I don't know, but that first half, we couldn't prove who we are if that was the case. I'd never seen a team with a -3 turnover ratio and a 20-point deficit. I've never seen that in my life. Shout out to Vach, man. What's good, man? Yep. Left stroke go viral. You actually know, man. It's definitely that. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. You already know. What's up, Art Lugo? Appreciate that. But yeah, man. So for me, like that winning in that fashion is just different. I don't think there's any doubt. We were having this conversation last week about Dak, and I remember Ricardo. I was just talking to the boy Ricardo on here last week, grinding him up for coming at Dak. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna make you eat them words. So if Ricardo jump on here, you just know when you see his name in the chat, grind him up, man. We gonna grind him up. I don't forget nothing. Understand? I don't forget it. But yeah, so on Dak first, I'll start with Dak. I'm going down a line of players that I want to really pay homage to, and I know these videos kind of get long, so I want to get Dak out the way early. So anybody that does watch 7 to 10 minutes of this, they already know what's up. So, um, Dak Prescott, man, I don't. I mean, the adversity he dealt with off the field, it shows that he's able to kind of lock that out and block that out and go do what he needs to do. But beyond that, forget the feelings and the emotion of it, right? Just leading your team and showing that you have that it factor and you have the poise to be able to not only lead your team to victory but to block out the mistakes that you've made as well. He made a few mistakes himself, so blocking that out and being able to execute at that higher level for the entire team was something, especially when Tyron Smith wasn't there. But shout out to Dak, man. 3 rushing touchdowns, 450 yards, 1 passing touchdown, and you hit everybody. I saw guys that catch the ball that I ain't never heard of. Like, who is Brian Bell? You know what I'm saying? Who is? I know who he is, but for real, man, he throwing the ball to people that you don't really. He hit everybody, man. I don't think there's a target. There was a player that hit the field that didn't get an opportunity at a ball. Hold on 1 second. I have to text this person. They're outside my girl crib. All right, I'm on a show. Sorry about that, y'all. Yep. Let me tell her he's outside. All right. All right. Sorry about that. I had something going to my girl crib. I was sending her a delivery and needed to let her know they was outside. So back to where I was at. A performance like that, like just executing at that level, I haven't seen anybody else do it. So you can say what you want about Peyton Manning, Favre, anybody you want about being cardiac kids, and they definitely are in their own right. I've never seen a quarterback put a performance together quite like that one though. Really haven't. I've seen guys throw for 400, 500 yards, but I haven't seen them run for 3 TDs in the midst of that. You know what I mean? So you got to pay the bull, man. And I don't really talk money, y'all know that. But if there's any statement game that Dak's ever had in his career, this would be it. I know there's guys that said in my notes, we talking about the Falcons, though. They might be 0-3 next week. And yeah, that's all true too, bro. We don't pick the schedule. But I don't care if it's a high school team. This is what I said to him. I don't care if it's a high school team or a college team. If you spot any football team 20 points and you're +4 in the or -4, I'm sorry, in the turnover rate, really -6 because we had 2 fourth down conversions that didn't go. Those are turnovers on down when we're back against the wall, right? And back in our own territory twice, plus the fumbles. So 5 turnovers really in that game and still coming back and winning. That's amazing within itself. We stopped Atlanta a few times in crucial positions, but for the most part, that was Dak putting the team on his back and doing what he needs to do. So I think we can put the "is Dak ready" conversation to bed. I really do. I think if you have that conversation after this, you gotta check your heart because it got to be some malice in there that's beyond football, man. It's strictly football for me, and for me, Youngin done earned it, man. He earned it. He definitely bleeds something. He might not bleed blue. He an alien or something, man, but he bleeds something. And I see it. It's very, very difficult to remain poised and motivated when you're at such a deficit and you know you're outgunned. When I say outgunned, they had their tools. We didn't. We have 2 new tackles and we were down, and they were blitzing out of control in the beginning. So that was just something to deal with, man. That was something to deal with. But shout out to Dak, man. Shout out to Dak. You get it. You deserve everything you're gonna get. And I don't want to hear any more conversation about whether or not he's capable. You can criticize him when he does some dumb shit. I feel you on that. But whether or not he's capable, I think that conversation need to be put to bed, man. Hold on. This is I got a troll calling me. Let me see. Hello.
Koye, give me 30 seconds of your time. Put me on the microphone.
Oh, you
Please.
already know you on it. It's shout out to Vash Lombardi. What's up, Brody?
Listen, man, let me tell you something.
Can y'all hear him? I think they can hear you.
Yo, hello?
Yeah, they can hear you. Go ahead.
Listen, the game wasn't pretty. Okay? We got a lot of things to fix. But it's called mid-season form for a reason, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Mid-season form for a reason. Wait till about week 7, week 8 before we move on with these bold proclamations. But Rain Dakota Prescott, sir.
Yeah.
Rain Dakota Prescott, sir.
Yeah.
From the hole that he was dug in.
From the rooted to the tooted.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
There's a lot of these legend monsters out there. Okay? Right. They're going to want to go draft somebody. They're going to want to go sign somebody. Let me tell you what you can't see when you draft. Let me tell you what you can't pay for. You can't pay for toughness. Everybody want to say they want dogs on this team. For the hole that the whole team put this quarterback in. He had a fumble, so it's him too. But it's him, Tony, Zeke, Dalton Schultz, all that bad offense, and it was 29-10 going into half.
Man,
that boy showed what he did to hang in there and keep busting ass throughout that game, man.
Yeah.
There's no other conversation to be had, sir. I don't even want to draft somebody else. I don't even want to go into a draft and hope that I find somebody tough. I don't want to do it. Man. You can have all the arm talent in the world you want. Give me that toughness, man. Give me that.
Cannon, bro. You already know. And then it takes you back. You remember that game where the Cowboys had lost, I think, to Miami the year we won a Super Bowl back in the day. Like, there's always a turning point game where you kind of wake up. I think Miami's defeat was a wake-up call for that team back then. And then we also had a game. I remember, like, CeeDee Lamb took me to it. Because you remember that game when we had Antonio Bryant, I think his name was. He wore an 88 before Dez. And in Parcells' first year, I believe, we were playing the Giants, and we came back in that same fashion, like right at the buzzer. Antonio Bryant, we got an onside kick. Antonio Bryant caught another catch in the middle of the field, put us in field goal range, and then we iced it and and killed it, right, and won. It put me right in that same vein, man. But seeing that can rise to that occasion, that is like that was a Romo moment, and I think this is Dak's moment. Like Dak took over the helm back, in 2016, but this was like his real establishment. Like he established himself as the guy for to lead this team. So I feel you when you say you don't want to see anybody drafted, you don't want to hear no talk about no quarterbacks. It's like quarterback's not a question anymore. You gotta leave that alone. So I feel you, man. 100.
One more thing, I'm gonna leave you
No,
alone.
go ahead, kill it, man. I come on your show and do it all the time. Let's go.
This win was the difference, fam. If we would have lost, it'd have been people in the locker room like, man, this old Mike McCarthy motherfucker trash as hell, boy.
Yeah.
Boy, the rest of the season.
People won't believe now, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you'd have went 0-2, this would have looked a little funny for you. You know what I'm saying? Not only did we go 1-1, but we looked at this team go, man, dog, if we could do that every week, AKOYE, if we can give up that much, sir, I'm up here arguing with a lot of people, right? Twitter, all over the comment section, all that stuff or whatever, saying, oh, the Cowboys didn't win this. The Falcons gave this away. Let me tell you why this bullshit, fam. If anything, we gave them the win.
Man,
we gave them the
that's
win.
like saying Mike Tyson didn't knock guys out. They lost before they got in the ring. They knocked themselves out. Like, come on, man. They ran into the punches. Like, come on, man.
We put the ball on the ground 5 times.
Nah,
we
man.
had a hard time stopping them. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going back and watching that film tonight, I'm going, man, dog, if we can do that, if we can be that on offense, right? If we can be fantastic, we got 200-yard receivers, Dak breaking records and shit. Gallup get in when he fit in. Dalton Schultz ain't terrible. If we can do that every week and just be a little better on defense, I'll even say this: the defense didn't even play terrible.
No. Let me hit you with something even better, bro. The defense. You got to count how many drives, because I know you look at offense.
19 points, sir. I counted it for you.
No, but look at how many drives the defense started off in their own territory though, and didn't get washed. Even in the second half.
The ball over, they'd have had 19 points, sir. I did the count.
Facts. That's all we gave up, a pure 19. The rest of it was off turnovers. You're exactly right.
So you mean to tell me all we got to do is be as good as we were on defense? They ain't never putting the ball on the ground 5 times.
Hey! Don't you jinx that shit. Knock on some wood or something. We hope we never do that shit again.
I'm not gonna wood. But it's not that happens. We just go out and play and just do what we do on defense and let that offense rock. Let that offense do what it's gonna do, man.
Yeah, man. That offense proved us. It did what we thought it could do. Yesterday, man. I thought that we would have success, honestly, because of the youth of those corners. And then when I saw in the beginning of the game what set it off, man, once Zeke ran main man over and we saw like Tack McKinley went out, it seemed like we were they came out, and they showed that we weren't ready due to the fact that we didn't have preseason games. We weren't ready to take on hits. But once the game settled in and we warmed up, we showed that we were the more physical team by a landslide. We was rocking it out there, man. I think, and that's offensively and defensively too. Like a lot of dudes got a lot of criticism last week, Jalen included. Jalen had a damn good game. So did Joe Thomas. So did Tristan Hill. A lot of guys stepped up on both sides of the ball. And honestly, that offensive line, they looked trash in the first half, but they stepped up as well because Atlanta wasn't giving us any breaks. They weren't playing a prevent defense. They were blitzing, and a lot of the passes that Dak had to make. Like, how about that pass to Bryce Bell for like 24 yards, floating to his left with a guy hanging on to him, and just kind of he couldn't step into that pass. He was floating to his left on one foot and hit him on I thought that was a sack, and he hit Bell on the sideline. Man, I was just like, everything that needed to be done got done. Even that catch by Gallup at the end, I said that. You asked me like who my receiver was. I said he's my favorite. Wouldn't say he's the best on the team, but that's why he's my favorite. Like when it's time, all of them made plays though. This game, Lamb did his thing. He showed you now, little boy. He still got to get through a full season, but he showed he's not a young buck. The NFL don't seem too fast for him. And the same thing with Amari Cooper, that one-handed catch, man. So everybody, all the receivers made plays. But I think if I was going to give a receivers game ball to one of them, I know you didn't ask that, but it would be Dalton Schultz, because I was ready to throw Dalton Schultz off a bus last week when he dropped all those passes. And then this week when he fumbled, I just like, how long are we going to say you nervous? So once he woke up, I saw, so Dalton Schultz already was a bona fide blocker. But him and Bell, I looked at them as blockers because it shows that we weren't developing tight end talent on his team, because I thought they were just blockers. I never looked at them as a pass target. But they both did pretty good. Both did pretty good. So yeah, I felt that. I felt that.
I'm gonna hang up on you. If Cam Newton, Julian Edelman, and three scrubs I ain't never heard of can put that many points on damn Seattle, we're gonna beat their ass next
So
week.
did the Falcons. The Falcons scorched them too. So scorched them for deep plays at that. So I'm not going, like I said, we gonna take every team serious. But at the same time, I'm not afraid of, like somebody said, well, this was a season-saving team, and probably from a morale standpoint, yes. But as far as Seattle, they were saying we might be we could have started the season 0-3, like Seattle is a guaranteed loss or something. And I'm like, I don't understand some fans' mentality when they think this way, because they don't realize the purpose of being a fan is to root for your team. I don't get it. Don't you want to win? Like, what you talk about? If you think that there's no chance from the beginning of the season, there's no chance, why don't you just start watching the bubble basketball league or something? Like, why don't you do that? You know what I mean?
Do not celebrate with me. I like to be excited. Listen, I'm gonna let you get on with the show.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
About Joe Thomas and Diggs, because I know it's on the way. Because I know
you know me. You know me like my brothers, bro.
Appreciate it, Playboy. Have a good one, dog.
Yep, appreciate it. Talk to you, man. Peace. Yeah, man. He hit the nail on the head, man. So at the end of the day, it's a lot that we have to adjust, obviously. And Vaj was right. We do need to play better defensively. What's up, Jeremy X, man? What it do? How you, bro? Yep, I'm chilling. But yeah, we do. Ruglock, I see you in here too, man. What's up, y'all, man? I'll get to everybody in a second, but definitely understand the need to get better defensively. But with that in mind, a lot of guys stepped up. I don't want to hear nothing about Jalen right now either. One thing I will say though, I think Jalen in the middle, I think he plays up to the level of the guy next to him. He plays like the guy next to him. When he's in there with Lee, Jalen ain't so horrible. He okay. Lee, he moved like Lee. When he in there with Jay when it's Van Jalen and it's him and Van Der Esch, he play like Van Der Esch. They both play the same. When he in there with Joe Thomas, him and Joe Thomas, you can't really tell them apart. I saw Jalen take on Kevin Smith, with his shoulder, and then make the tackle on Gurley right after that. And I didn't see Gurley get off all night. I didn't see all day. I didn't see any runs that like were gaping holes either. So shout out to that front seven and the way they played. Shout out to the back secondary too. But I think Diggs got beat a couple times. He had a couple welcome to the NFL moments that he got away with, even though he dropped the interception he should have caught. But everybody played pretty well, man, especially in the secondary. I think Jordan got thrown on one play and gave up a touchdown to Ridley. We saw Cheeto on the outside get beat a couple times too, but we were playing Julio. And I think the game plan when I spoke was stop the run and stop Julio. And if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to beat you with somebody else. And that was what we went in there with. So Ridley and Gage got off a little bit, but we kept everybody else kind of in check, man. And that's what I expected. I just didn't expect us to be behind in the turnover ratio, because I thought that they would try to push the ball downfield early. And if you give any team that type of motivation, yeah, they're going to jump up on you, because we gave it to them in the first quarter. They wouldn't have been up 20-0. They probably laid down and died if we would just start putting our foot in their throat from the beginning. But because they did in the second half. But it happened the way it happened, and it couldn't have gone. We couldn't have this feeling if it went any other way. We would just say, "Oh, that was a good win." You know what I mean? It's not like when we beat Jacksonville 40-7, we stumped out a bad team. Even if Jacksonville was up, we did the same thing with Buffalo one time. I think with Romo. Romo came back against Buffalo, and it was Buffalo. But being down against any NFL team is what I mean. Being down against any NFL team and coming back the way we did that's just excellent within itself. And we only gave up 10 points in the second half. Come on, man. Um, he said the new swing tackle Brandon Knight is a beast. I have to watch the all 22 before I know. I saw him in there. That's number 69, I think. I saw him in there, but I really can't give an assessment, not an honest one anyway. I could say, I saw him give up some pressures, but I saw everybody give up some pressures this game, even Martin. Um, but I don't really know for sure how well he played until I watched that. Let me see what else. Thanks for the super chat too, Brody. That was uh that was Darrence Davis. Thanks, Darrence. Appreciate that. Rue. Oh, you asked Eddie Perez something. Okay, cool. But yeah, getting into Jalen, you saw Jalen on the outside again, at outside linebacker, like I thought he would be on third downs, bringing pressure, doing what he does. They were almost getting there. They didn't. They still, I think they still a little hesitant because the Falcons were still able to slow us down with some play actions and misdirections because we knew, at the end of the day, they were able to run. They were trying to run out the clock. We just weren't giving up rushing yards. So we kept forcing them into third down situations and stopping the run, which was good. But they would go for it on fourth down. They went for it on fourth down a couple times and beat us. So those things are gonna happen, man. But this defense overall, I think, stepped up, played pretty big, played strong, man. Joe Thomas on the defense, I'll give Joe Thomas this game ball, man. Um, I know people will say, you might like somebody else. You might like Tristan's performance this game, whatever. But Joe Thomas showed me something, man. He showed me something big time. It wasn't like he was a fill-in player. I'm just here because Van Der Esch isn't here. I said this last week and I'll say it again. And I said it before last year. You can go back and check my record when we first signed him. I said that he should have started before over Van Der Esch from the beginning, but not because there was a knock on Van Der Esch. I just felt like Van Der Esch is better overall in coverage. Joe Thomas is better just overall all around as a player. The way he handles the run and the way he blitzes and assesses plays. He almost got an interception um, on a hitch route, and the way he flashed down there, he's not a. They say he's too slow to play coverage because he's a short area quickness guy. Like he has burst in short areas. He's not a long upfield runner. That's why they kept putting Jalen on tight ends and having Joe Thomas sort of play zone blitz or watch for the run. They didn't really have him in too much man unless it was against a running back. But you can tell that he was out there, man. He was going. Yeah, he had a super high motor, and he's going to force a lot of turnovers, man. He's gonna force a lot of turnovers. Yeah, he's a good player, great player. I would say he has to earn the great status because he has to keep doing good things for a long period of time to be great. But he's definitely good, and he should have been starting. I said this since the preseason game against San Fran and Cincinnati. I think when he was forcing turnovers in those games a year and a half ago. Uh, Tristan, cool man. I don't got a problem with Tristan Davey. He played good gloves. I don't care what you wear as long as it's working for you, and he was playing pretty good, man. He says Joe is an example of money talks. No, I think it was because Van Der Esch was a first round draft pick, and we wanted him to do well. Yeah, yeah. Joe Thomas. I watched him knock the C off of a Chicago a Chicago Bears player, man. Yeah, yeah. Ken, I already gave Dak his credit earlier in this video, but yeah, Dak definitely killed it. What's up, Ken? Kevin Smith was good. Yeah. In the first 2 weeks, Tristan Hill out of the down linemen, he's been the best in the first 2 weeks of the season. So he got beat slashing in there, getting upfield last week. It was, like I said to Vach, it was some bad habits left over from the upfield Marinelli scheme. But overall, in the last 2 weeks, consistently number 72 is either putting pressure on quarterbacks, stopping the run consistently, are just making plays all over the place. So, and he looks like a man amongst men. So, shout out to Tristan. I think up front he's been playing the best. Don Tari had a good game too, though. Even Crawford. Crawford stopped getting launched. Crawford was getting launched last week. He didn't get launched too many. I didn't see him get launched this week, but he got launched last week. This week Crawford was standing up in there. Neville Gallimore played well. Everybody played well. I can't just keep saying that. When I say everybody played well, the defense, you could talk about the 39 points, but like I said, they were in their own territory 5 times in this game. Every turnover, not only were it's not just the turnovers, it's where we turned the ball over too. We gave them a short field maybe 5, 6 times this game, and we had penalties to boot on top of that. So this was, if there was a game that everything was stacked against us, it was this one. Make sure y'all take time to hit that like button. Yeah, Davey, I saw that. Woods was flying around. Daryl Worley did drop a pick. So did Trayvon Diggs. Cheeto was in position for a pick too. He got it knocked out of his hand by Ridley. So I saw an opportunity for. I saw that's what I thought this game would be. I thought that we would catch a few of those opportunities early. I thought we would have a game like they did, you know. And I said this last week. I said they're going to take shots downfield and that plays into our hands, and it did. It's just we didn't execute on those opportunities, but they played into our hands every time. Even on one of the touchdowns that split Cheeto and Woods, you saw Jalen touch the ball. He touched the ball with his hand flat rather than, if he had his fingers up when he reached up instead of like this, he would have knocked the ball out and it would have been maybe a pop up interception. But he touched the ball. And I'm like, damn. You know, we were that close on a lot of turnovers and a lot of those types of plays. But you know, we'll start getting them because I can see that we're there. Like we jumping on them now. It's just about calming down when that ball is on the way and making sure we secure those catches. And they'll work on it because Mike McCarthy seems like the type to do it. And the fact that they stood up in the building and worked out for him the way they did and executed at the end of that game, we had to execute perfectly. I've never seen a win. And when I said this before, I mean it. Dak put the team on his back, yes, but I've never seen a win where all three phases of the game were pivotal, from the kicker to the you know, so special teams in general. So the onside kick, all of them got a chance to redeem. They had to all redeem themselves this game. The defense had to redeem itself and get itself in control. Dak and Zeke and Schultz, they all had to redeem themselves. This offensive line had to redeem itself in the second half, and so did the special teams because they missed on 2 fourth down plays too. So they all had to get it together on every phase of the game to win this game, and that's why I say this was a statement game, and this proves that we're a Super Bowl caliber team. Now, whether or not we go is going to depend on not only the coaches and attrition between how these players stay healthy, but also making sure the temperament and the way we prepare stays the same and on par for the rest of the season. But if from a confidence standpoint and passion standpoint, there shouldn't be any doubt in not only the fans' minds. If you can't get behind it now, when are you going to? But it shouldn't be any doubt in the fans' minds, and it shouldn't be any doubt in these players' minds on what they're capable of. Yeah, losing Travis was definitely an issue. Joe Looney, I had filmed last week. I ran out of time, but Joe Looney and Connor Williams, you know, in there side by side, you can see that a couple of plays going their direction were getting busted up last week too. So yeah, man, I don't think Zeke was you was down. You said you was down on Zeke last year. Zeke didn't rejuvenate himself. Zeke never went anywhere, man. Look at his numbers, man. Noah Brown's a whole grown man. That's what I think of him, Jeremy X. But look at Zeke's numbers. Zeke never went anywhere, man. Zeke been Zeke. I think we just started disrespecting Zeke for no reason because of his money. Noah Brown, what I think of him, I saw Noah Brown take a hit by Keon O'Neal, I think, or Keon Neal, whatever his name is. But I saw him take a hit and bounce right back up like it wasn't shit. Him and he did it this week, and Gallup did it last week. They went across the middle and got blasted, got right up. So I think that of him, and he showed a little burst on that play that got called back. I think it got called a block in the back or a crackback block on CD Lamb. I mean, I don't understand how you're supposed to block a guy. You're supposed to just let Neil run right through you and just stand there like take a charge. This ain't the NBA, man. So yeah, you get killed doing that. So I don't know how they want you to block a guy that's in that position. Just let him tackle your guy. That don't make sense. But yo, thanks pick and pop. I appreciate that super chat, $10, man. Turn the hat around backwards. You got a question you want to ask, or you just just want to give me 10? I'll take the 10 though. No problem. Yeah, but yeah, it was he said he said 98, please get him out of there, please. So I didn't see Crawford. I haven't seen the coaches footage, so I don't know how Crawford really played fully. But when I saw him, I didn't see him getting launched. Maybe you saw something I didn't see, but we'll find out tomorrow or the day after or whenever they put the film up. We'll see. You said Zeke was way more explosive this season. Well, he didn't come in the last season. I think he came in a little heavy because he didn't have an off season. So it took him a while to get into midseason form. But Zeke's runs are not the Zeke is we have a guy for home runs, right? That's Tony Pollard, right? Or you want to hand the ball off to CD Lamb, then yeah, we have guys for home runs, of course, right? Zeke's Zeke's what I say his intangible, if our superpower, if you will, is not his burst. Everybody keeps talking about his burst. I don't have a problem with Zeke putting on extra weight because of the way he runs. You're gonna need some milk if you're running up against Zeke. He hurt both safeties. He got Ricardo Allen out of here. He got number 27 out of here. He came back, but he got him out of here. When Zeke hit something, he down in it, man. I saw him take Deion Jones is a linebacker, bro. I saw him meet Deion. Deion Jones met Zeke at the with a 2 yard gain. Zeke carried him another 8 yards with another two people on him, and he kept doing it. That's what Zeke gets paid for. He don't get every time you see Zeke get hit, and then he carries 4 or 5 people, or he hits a guy and dives. That's what he did to Ricardo Allen. He'll hit you while diving. While you're diving for his leg, he'll hit you with his shoulder, graze off of it, and just let his legs go and fly over you, right? When he does that, he's kneeing you all in your shit, in your head, whatever, right? But when Zeke does that, he's doing that for 5, 6, 7, sometimes 3 more yards. So that's what he gets paid for. He gets paid for yards after contact. And to be able to do it the way he does it, he's like Earl Campbell out there, man. Like to do it every week. He don't change the way he run. You don't see Zeke running out of bounds. Zeke run right at everything, and he will hit you, and he don't look like it do nothing to him, man. So that's his strength. That's how he moved, man. So he's not going to be 230 and running, the same speed he was when he came in the league. He was 215. But he can't but to give you an example, Pollard is 210 right now. You know what I mean? Kamara is 215. See, and they run a little quicker than Zeke, right? A little quicker, a little more moves, but they can't take the pounding because they need that extra. They don't try to pound those guys out. They need that extra 15, 20 pounds of weight in order to be able to take on the type of punishment that they're asking Zeke to take on. So I ain't got no problem with him, man. Let Zeke do it. He's a grown man, and he made grown men feel it. Did you see Pollard break Fowler's knees, man, on the play that he fumbled? Pollard ran to the outside, cut, ran to the inside, cut again, and you watch number 56 on that highlight. His leg just gave out. Nobody touched him. Well, he didn't even get blocked. Pollard just cut him up and broke his ankles. Literally broke his ankles. Man, both of those dudes, man, his entire offense, everybody on the offense that was a specialty player, whether it was Zeke and Pollard or the receivers, whoever, everybody who was supposed to touch the ball, and they did something special on key drives, all of them. So you have to give the game ball in total, to Dak, in total. He did what he had to do, man. So Seattle's next. We always play Seattle tough, and I think even when we are struggling 8-18, we play Seattle tough. So this is going to be a good matchup because they rise to the level of opposition to you. They are one team that you step on their tail and the dragon turn around. Like so, they don't give up either. They're always going to come at you and play you tough. But like Vosh just said, they just let Cam Newton put yards up on them and make it a game when they should have put them out. And they should have put Atlanta out the week before that. And Atlanta did the same thing we just did. They just couldn't finish. We finished. So I'm not that scared of Seattle. Not in the air. I saw them give up a lot of big plays to not like when you're trying to stop Julio and Julio is open for like 10, 15 yards. That's 10, 15 yards is kind of crazy. Just like I saw DJ Metcalf, they'll run through him too, but they couldn't stop Julio when he got in the scene. The Seattle couldn't do anything with him. We did a great job against Julio. Great job. I mean, he got hurt in the game, but we did a great job against him. I think Diggs is gonna get his timing together. He's just missing on certain plays, but as far as hits go, he showed me that he's not a guy who was scared to come up and hit like he was in college. He was kind of soft when it came to tackles. Just being honest. He wasn't a scary guy. He just was a big guy that wasn't hitting as hard as you would think he could at that size. But no, not yesterday. He was coming down and pounding guys, man. Uh, I saw Jalen blowing guys up. I heard Alden Smith and Joe Thomas decapitated. I think his name was Hill or whoever the running back was. I don't remember his name, but they destroyed Main Man. So it was a lot of things that stood out in that game. I think the safety play was better with Worley in there, to be honest with you. Um, not that I have a problem with Thomas. I think Worley just gives us a little more because of his coverage ability as a corner. I did see Carr in there too. We got scourged by Ridley and Gage though, so those things still happen, even though those guys were the replacements. They were in there. We gave up more yards or more touchdowns than we did last week with Darian Thompson. But I just think I like the way this defense was looking this week. We just dropped too many opportunities. That was the only issue I had with them, if we had any. You said Worley got burned a lot. You gotta point those plays out to me, man. I didn't see Worley get burned. I saw Worley get beat in and out, but never burned. I saw him coming to make tackles on guys that were open. But it's a difference between zone coverage and a guy running into your zone and you're there when the ball gets there versus you actually covering a guy. I saw him do that. I saw him come down and actually have to make some tackles because the ball just so happened to get thrown in his zone. But other than covering the tight ends on third downs, I didn't see him in man coverage that often in this game. He was in zone usually. So I don't know how he got burnt or where he got burnt a bunch of times. But I'll look at it. If you're right, you're right. If you're right, you're right. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't see that. I think the entire secondary, other than some just weird plays like Cheeto again right there twice, he on that fourth down, if he turns around and like lays out, maybe he gets there a split second quicker. And in the end zone, he turns around, but really knocked the ball out. So Cheeto was right there a few times. Jordan Lewis got thrown down in the back of the end zone on an in and out from Ridley. Got beat. You know, it happened. But the rest of the game, I think he played pretty good coverage. And Diggs got beat a couple times. He got beat on that fourth down play. Julio just dropped it. Luckily enough for us, he dropped that. And I think there was one other play that he was on where a guy dropped it, but he was beat. I forget what play it is though. But I know it was I pointed it out because it was twice, and then he got that opportunity for the interception. Jordan wasn't looking shaky, man. Y'all look at the plays that people make, but you got to think about it. Like count the amount of plays. Like if Cheeto was in a situation where he just can't stop a guy, I'll give it to you. Um, I don't like Cheeto on the outside anyway. I really don't. But if Cheeto was in a situation where he just couldn't stop a guy, I would agree with you. But I haven't seen that. I see them get beat for the same amount of plays you see any other good but not great corner get beat. Not picked on though. Um, Alden does play linebacker. He just plays outside linebacker. So yeah, he can play linebacker. Can't play in the middle though. Not consistently. They do put him there though. So sometimes he's in the A gap, looking like a middle linebacker, right behind the nose tackle. Sometimes they blitz that way. They've done that look in both games. So yeah. You said Philadelphia Eagles fan said Friday we're gonna show Dallas how to beat the Rams. They got their ass beat by the Rams, man. Shout out to the Rams, man. Like choke holding the NFC East. Shout out to the Rams whooping their ass. I'm glad. I was happy to see them get stomped out. My man, Antoine Myers, Megatwine. What's good, bro? How you? How you, man? Yeah, man. You already know I was hyped, man. I was ready to do it back. And then we won the fight too. So and my guy was banging out there. So it was like, man, everything was paying off on Sunday. Um, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. What I can do though for you guys, what I'm gonna do on Twitter and probably on my channel too. I'm about to start putting all my favorite highlights together from the last 2 weeks, and then I'm just gonna put them out in like little segments, short clips, not really breakdowns, because it's just a lot of plays that stood out to me, and it's not worthy of a breakdown because it's really nothing to talk about. I just want to put it out there, so that's what I'm gonna do. But outside of that, you guys let me know. You got any questions or anything y'all want me to cover? I'm going in on it, man. Um, the lunatic, you said Diggs almost had two interceptions in two straight games. Really dropped the interception. What drills they need to work on? They need to go out and catch some pass. Really, if you ever played football or done anything where you get an opportunity, if it's boxing, I always talk boxing because that's what I know. But football too. I've been able. You've been in a game where you're about to. That's what happened to Dalton Schultz, I think too. They just get the ball thrown to them a little bit more, so they get over it quicker. But when you're a defensive back, you got to relax or like calm down when the ball is in the air. And I don't mean don't play on the ball with intensity. I just mean take a breath because the ball coming. Like sometimes you fight the ball and you drop it because you're just too anxious that the ball is there. And I think that's really what the defense is dealing with. I don't think they need any drills because I think they all can catch. I've seen Worley make some crazy catches and Diggs too. So they all have good hands in the secondary. Cheeto has great hands. Everybody except Anthony Brown, man. They all got pretty good hands though. So I don't think they were dropping those because they need a drill. I think they were dropping them because they just got overexcited because the ball is actually there. For real. Oh man. Let's go. $50 super chat. Who did that? What who did that? Who did that? Who did this? Let me see. What's this? Channel 84? Or is it it's channel 84? Yeah, channel 84. Man, I appreciate that. You don't want to ask nothing though for $50? I appreciate that though. That's love. Let's make some money then. I don't got no hate on none of that. You just bought me what's that? Yeah, I can go to the coffee shop all week. Look at that. I feel like somebody. Y'all already know. I don't turn down none but my collar. But check it, man. Next week, let's keep that momentum. If we ain't ready for any team in the league now, then when we gonna be ready for it though? Like we should be ready for anybody. We could face whoever. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody because if we beat Seattle next week, I believe we haven't really seen what Green Bay is going to be, what's going to come out of the NFC North. But Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit, I'm not scared of nothing over there. I'm not terrified. I mean, there's no team over there that you just can't beat. AFC South, Saints, we play them tough every year. Tampa Bay, if it came down to that, Tom Brady is Tom Brady, but not afraid of that team. I think we match up very well against them, and Tom Brady is going to be he's going to be where he at. So if you can get there, you can get there. Um, yeah, I don't see a team in any division. If you want to name Seattle, they would be the class of the conference as far as a testament to beating them. So if you beat them, who do you fear in this conference? We can play with anybody, and we always could. We could play with anybody when we were 8-8 teams, like those Jason Garrett seasons, last 2-3 seasons were so frustrating because we knew we were good enough to play with anybody, but we just weren't getting over the edge. It reminds me, and I'm not coming at Dungy because I like Dungy, but it reminds me of the John Gruden effect. When Gruden came in, he took over Dungy's team. They didn't do anything new. He just added just a little bit more tactfulness when it came to situational football. And that's what I saw in this Atlanta game. Didn't this Atlanta game remind you of the last Atlanta game when we didn't have any fucking block? Excuse my French. They be blocking on my bread when I do that. But didn't this remind you of that time where we had who was it that we got rid of? Chaz Green. Remember that? Remember that? We had ill-prepared linemen in there who were just getting Dak killed, and we couldn't rise to the occasion. Remember that? So it started off the same way. Same way. It's just this time you can see that our coaches were able to not only galvanize these guys, but put them in position to do what they do best. All of them. So even the defense, like they wanted, it's not like Atlanta stopped running the ball. They were trying to run the clock out. It's just we were forcing them. Every time they relied on the run and a run first mentality, which is not their MO, we forced them in third down and long situations or fourth down conversion situations over and over again. They were trying to put their foots on our throats. We just kept fighting back out of it. So, man, the defense stepped up. Everybody was in position to make plays. He said, did D-Law get benched in that game? Not that I know of. I think D-Law was playing. Dorrance played a lot though. But if you look at Mike McCarthy when he had Peppers, Dayton Jones, Clay Matthews, and those guys, and AJ Hawk, and everybody, and Martinez, and those guys, BJ Raji, Mike Daniels. He had a lot of guys, Perry. He had a lot of guys that would rotate around, man. So I don't think that seeing D-Law not out there for a series or two means anything. I just now he's not going to be asked to be the tank that has to be over there all the time. Oh, you said he messed up his knee. I think I saw that too, but I didn't see him get benched. I don't think he got benched. He didn't do anything to get benched. He was balling. So I wouldn't say balling, but he played good. I saw them run his way, and him and Don Tari Poe was shutting shit down over there. So yeah, I don't think he got benched. I wouldn't say so. I mean, I don't think the coaching staff is half as upset as D-Law as the fans, because the fans are looking for one stat and one stat only. If you don't have any sacks, you didn't do nothing. That's the way they look at it. Don't matter if you opened it up for the sacks that everybody else got. Just like a receiver like Cooper. If Cooper has 0 catches, but Gallup gets off, you'll say, well, why shouldn't Gallup be the number one receiver? But you don't realize if they're rolling coverage at Cooper, like we were rolling coverage at Julio Jones, and what happened? The other two guys got off. Why? Because we're rolling coverage to Julio Jones to stop him. So if he's not on the field, do we roll coverage to the other two guys? No, right? We just cover them, and we're able to do more, blitz more. So those guys open it up for other people, and I think it's the same thing, same concept. When D Law is out there, you have to account for him. If you treat him like he is, like what you guys say he is, if you treat him like he's average, he gonna bust your ass. If you treat him like he is who he is, now is he good enough? Is he Khalil Mack good? Where you could put three guys on him, he's still gonna get there. Sometimes he is, sometimes he's inconsistent there. But if you treat him like you try to treat Dorrance Armstrong, where you just have one guy out there blocking him, or you have a tight end out there trying to chip him, it's not gonna happen. So D Law still can do those things, and I don't mean still like he getting old. I mean he's doing what he do. He creates havoc for the rest of those guys too. So it will gel. We still didn't get an opportunity in this game to pin our ears back because we were the ones down. We haven't had a team down yet. When we have a lead, you will see what this pass rush can really do, because that's when you can pin your ears back and know that a team has to, majority of the time anyway, throw the ball. We haven't been in those situations. And we actually forced them to pass in the second half a lot more than they wanted to because we were stopping the run. If we couldn't stop the run, this would have been a landslide victory. We stopped the run very well in both games, I think, in the second half of both games. This one a little bit better. He said those the PEDs were off. Damn, you coming at his neck, pick and pop. Now you gave you 10. You lied to me, pick and pop. You lied to me, Poppy. You damn sure did, because you gave me that $10 like you was happy for us, man. You came at D Law throat. He said the PEDs wore off. Damn, fucked up, man. But hey, if somebody told me to take some HGH and in 2 years I'd be a gazillionaire, yeah, I would do it too. I'd be like, man, it worked for Rocky. Look at Sylvester Stallone. He getting stronger and bigger as he get older. That boy's still brolic. So, hey, I don't play football. I'm about to find me some HGH. What you talking about? I want to live forever too. They've it's like Interview with a Vampire out this joint. They do not age. Who aged backwards out here? Nobody. Um, you said some meaningful snaps. Bradley Anai, he played. I saw him in there. I saw 56 actually he made a stop in a crucial time in the game too. Him and Joe Thomas made a stop in the backfield in the second half. I saw him play. He didn't get a lot of snaps. You're right, but how could he? How could he? Who are you going to put down on who are you going to bench because you say let Bradley get in there, see what he can do while we're down? Who are you going to bench? You know what I'm saying? You said he said Poppy, you calling him daddy in Spanish, don't do that. In Philly, we call all Puerto Ricans, that's what we call all Puerto Ricans, like, yo pop. That's what we call him, Poppy, yo Poppy. That's what we call every Puerto Rican or every Spanish person in Philly. Is just a thing, man. I know what it means, but it's called nomenclature. You know what nomenclature is? It's like, your colloquialisms based on, or your slangs from where you're from. You know what I'm saying? That's a Philly thing. You won't know nothing about that. Like Jean, we say John too. John mean every damn thing. We say that all the time. So, and when I'm in Cali, they say hella. Everything is hella good, hella bad, hella great. Hella is everything. So, Poppy is that's the name for Ricans down here, bruh. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Yeah, he said. He said, nomenclature. I don't like big words. Yeah, I don't like them either. But sometimes people be thinking I don't know what I'm talking about up here. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying it on purpose. Yeah, Unc too. Uncle Philly word. Like any old head. We don't say OG up here. We say everybody's your fucking uncle. What's up, Unc? That's how you know you old in Philly. I was like, damn, I'm an old head now, man. People call me Unc. You say I'm winning Scrabble? Yeah, damn sure. Yeah, sure. Young boy, stop playing with me. Yeah. It's not. See, it's not even North Philly. North is North. We say North. It's Norf. That's how we say North. We from North or North. Never North. North. There's no th in Philly. It's everything. Every th is North. North. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we gotta put the Philly in everything we say or something. I don't know what that is. But y'all already know what it is, man. I know we kind of dwindling down on some nomenclature shit, but y'all know, man. I really, I think I covered everything except for the secondary. Really, I haven't really gone too deep into that, but that's because I haven't broken down the secondary in full yet. But I like what I'm seeing out of everything else, man. The front seven is there. The offense, even with those injuries, is there. I think the sky's the limit for what this team can do, and I'm glad that it's finally matching up with what we've been saying and thinking for years, man. Yeah, yeah. The truth. Yep. Just like truth. You already know, bro. You already know. Hold up. Because of analytics and you get your information as soon as possible. I don't know what you're asking, Joshua. Did you have a question before that? But you said because of analytics and you get your information as soon as possible. Just my opinion. I don't know what you mean. You just kind of made a statement in the air. Are you talking to somebody else or me? If you're talking to me, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. You gotta tell me. You gotta give me more context. Oh, okay, okay, guys. You was answering somebody else. I thought so. I didn't think you was talking to me. But yeah, what's up, Ian? Good too. I see you in there, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm. Let me know what type of timeless pieces, like who you want me to do, Koye breakdowns on and for, because I want to go a little deeper than just the weekly breakdowns. Those things, they wear off by the time the next game comes. You guys don't want to see the last one I just did. So I want to do more timeless. You said Cooper, Diggs. I just did one on. No, I didn't do a Koye piece on Diggs, but yeah, I'll dig into some of those players' backgrounds and do like an entire breakdown on all of them, because that's really what I want to see right now too. I actually want to see them. I just don't know who to start with, but I'm gonna do the entire team. But I just want to start with who you guys want to see first, and then we'll go from there. But I'm going to break down this game, as you already know. There's no way I ain't breaking down this game. This is a historic game. But individually, I think you guys are right. I did a great one on Joe Thomas. There's still one out there. I think that Joe Thomas video is probably, I won't be able to do another one yet because he hasn't been starting since he came to us. But I did one on Joe Thomas when we first got him. So if you want to see Joe Thomas's, who said that? DP Johnson, or anybody who wants to see Joe Thomas, if you guys if I don't know what you guys see when you go to my page either. If you don't want to go through every video I put up, type in the player's name and my name. So type in Okoye Media and then Jordan Lewis. I've done a piece on him. Type in Okoye Media, Cheeto. I got a couple on him, Jalen, so on. I've done pieces on a lot of these guys that you probably haven't seen. So some videos, I don't know, they don't get notifications or whatever, but I haven't done one on Mike Gallup. Haven't done one. I did one on Lamb, but not in one in full. And I haven't done one on Cooper either. Vaj is kind of right that I'm kind of biased towards the defense, but I'll do them. I'll do them. And I'm on it this week. I've been sitting home anyway, so let's go. I got the footage already. Long snapper to the QB. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, I feel you, man. I haven't. Gifford doesn't have enough film. Well, yeah, I have his film from from college though. I can look at, because he's a 2-year player. So I think I can get back to 2017, maybe 2018. So I have to look up Gifford. I might be able to do that. It ain't boy though. We don't say that's New York. New York is boy. We ball. BUL, not BOI. That's boy. No, we say bull. Yeah, young bull. They look like bull, but we don't got the extra L. It's bull. Yeah. Yeah. Though, you definitely from Philly or around here though. Some of our shit. Yeah, yeah. He said, "Wish we had to reaction to the game live with Vach, live Vach, game changer. What's up, man? Still, I got still that live video that they shut off, that they struck me for. That was still. I broke down still in that play. And Connor, I didn't do it to Connor. That's why I said I ran out of time, because fuck it, it was like remember that song that was on Madden? It was like dun 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 dun. And then it start going like disco. I had a soundtrack to it because I think it's I think it's fucking I don't know how the song go. It's like dun, 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 dun. It's that song. Dun, dun, dun. It's like a breakdance song. But I got a breakdance soundtrack that Connor Williams getting thrown by Aaron Donald. I didn't want to put it out, man. I was like, yeah, this is like a snuff piece. I don't want to put this shit out. So I just did do it. I'm not that boy. I ain't gonna do that to him, man. But he was getting flung the fuck around by Aaron Donald like a little boy. So Connor needs some milk, bruh. Against the run, he's okay. But I don't care what Vach say about footwork, tap dancing ability. I don't care. Connor Connor is not a left guard for us or anybody. I think he should be somewhere, man, somewhere else. Maybe right tackle, but Still is doing. I like Still over there. He's doing okay. Connor, mm-mm, mm-mm. Not him and Joe Looney in there too. Joe Looney's a good helper. Like he can help out. He blocks okay. Sometimes I see him miss blocks, but Connor, I haven't seen Joe Looney just get manhandled like I seen Connor on a consistent basis. It happens every single week to Connor since he's been in the league, and I ain't want to put it out. I don't want to do that to him because if that went viral, I think it would fuck his career up, and I ain't here to do that. I'm just here to like I don't want to make a whole video on you getting destroyed. You know, yeah. Yeah, that's just what that wouldn't be good. I like his athletic ability. He just don't got the strength, man. And he don't have the strength to be inside in the NFL. Period. And he don't have the arm length, I don't think, to be outside. But if you're going to put him anywhere, that's where I'll put him. I don't know when Leal coming back. Banter, don't know. Yeah, but if we shore that up with Connor, I think Dak even his rush Dak runs based off of whether or not Connor's blocking it. He just makes it look good. But if you notice, like if you watch, I didn't watch his scrambles this game, but if you watch his scrambles last game, it's usually through that gap, through that B or A gap, depending on what side Connor chooses, and he runs right through it. Dak just that's where he scrambles to the left, right through the B or A gap because that's where Connor's opening up gaping holes. So and not because not because he blocking. Um, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. That's all I can say. You said how about Gallimore? I did a piece on Gallimore already. Type in my name and Gallimore. I did one on him. There's only one I can do. Can't do one on this season because he's only played like 3 or 4 series. I think I haven't seen enough of them to know. And it's unfair to do breakdowns on guys when they haven't done when they don't have enough film because they might have it might like what if I'd have tried to do a film on Dalton Schultz? I can't do anything on Dalton Schultz right now because if I did, half of it is drops. He had a lot of drops last game and then a fumble this game, and then he got a few catches. He got less positive plays than negative right now. And that's not fair to him because he needs a full body of work before I can do anything with him. So that's why I don't break those types of guys down, and I don't like breaking down rookies from their first season. I'll break them down, with using their college footage, but not this season. Um, what must you have in your opinion at CB? What must you have? I don't get what you mean exactly. What you mean? What must we have? Who's that? D lunatic. Oh, traits. In my opinion, you gotta have a short term memory. So you got to be able to deal with the fact that you got beat and get over it fast, man. Physical, you got to be physical because certain receivers like to beat you up, like the Hines Wards of the world, the Larry Fitzgeralds, the Des Bryants, the Julio Jones who can do everything. The Adamses of in Minnesota, what's his name? Devontae Adams. Those types of guys will beat you up. Odell will even beat you up. So if you're not physical and you can't deal with physicality, and you kind of play soft all days. I don't really like that. So I think that you got to be able to play physical, and you need to be able to get your head turned around and look into the backfield in this day and age. That's what I think you need as a corner. Top end speed don't necessarily need it if you are good enough at press. And our secondary coach Al Harris is a testament to that. I don't think Harris was ever a burner in my opinion. He never looked that fast, but because he can press so well, him and guys like Browner, because they can press so well, that made up for their lack of top end speed. I love Trayvon Diggs so far. I don't care that he gave up a few plays. I think you guys might, but I don't care that he gave up a few plays. I like the effort. His tenacity is there. So yeah, I like that. Um, yeah, I like Worley at safety too. Why you keep saying Vach, game changer? Are you talking to Vach in the chat or you think I'm Vach? You know I ain't Vach. What you talking about, bro? You knew me since the beginning. Come on, man. Stop that. Even though Vach my brother, we don't look alike though. Trayvon looks good so far. Yeah, I like him too, bro Tariq. Hold on. This Davey. Koye, what do you think we should give TP? Oh. Well, you can't really give running backs the ball too much. Yeah, you can't give the running backs the ball too often if you're down. So I think the reason Pollard hasn't played is because we haven't been up. When we're up trying to run the clock out, they're not gonna ask Zeke to keep battering it in there. So Pollard would definitely play more. But I think he plays enough right now. He gets a series or two. So it's up to him to capitalize on the touches he gets in that series. But he's been getting the ball enough. I believe. I believe he gets the ball a good amount. Um, for a team that's been playing down. If we have a lead, you're gonna see Pollard. That's what's gonna have to happen. When the games where you like Pollard, it wasn't because we just decided we were going to use a lot of Pollard last year. The games that you liked Pollard and saw Pollard were the games we were winning. Rams and Miami, those games you saw him more because you had to see him more. That was the only reason. Yeah. So those types of games, when we're up, you'll see Pollard. If we're not up, don't expect it. If we're down, you'll see all these receivers. So but on in games where we're up, you'll see us kind of blow something out and then shut it down in the second half. It's going to be a ground and pound game unless we need it in third and we get in third and long situations or in the goal line, the red zone, we have to throw it in there. But other than that, we're going to be throwing. You said why did Gallup get only 4 looks this game? Man, who cares? Who cares? Dak trusts Gallup when it's time, but he probably only got 4 looks because he got a few looks that he dropped. He dropped 2 passes, not because they weren't contested or something. They were contested passes, but he dropped them. So sometimes it takes a while to get in rhythm, and you can't get in rhythm when you're dropping passes. You never know. Like you got to think about it. If I drop a pass, that's one less play that we have in that drive. So I might have, Dak might say, I'm coming right back to you for that. But now we got to punt. So now it's a different game plan when we go back in on this next series. Whereas if you want to keep getting the ball, catch the ball. You'll keep getting it. You wanna see more of our players on the field, extend drives, and you'll see them. So that's what it takes. If you can't convert on third downs, you're probably not gonna see a lot of your players. You're not gonna see them do shit anyway. Look at Odell in Cleveland. He hasn't looked like Odell for very long stretches since he's been over there. Did he stop learning? Did he forget how to play football? No. It's just, you're not going to ball unless the team is actually giving you opportunities to do so by staying on the field. Um, Greedy Vegan, what's good? And shout out to you, Okoye. Did we sign Leary back? I'm not sure. I have to look. I know we brought him in for a tire kicker, but no, I don't think we signed him yet. Odell not overrated. Odell's just on the wrong team. Odell would kill on any other team that had a quarterback that really knew how to get him the ball. I think Baker Mayfield is overrated. I think that's what you mean. I like Ron Leary after watching watching that snuff piece on Connor Williams. Yeah, I like Ron Leary. Yeah, I like him. Somebody else said something I wanted to say something back to too. I forgot. Let me. Oh, the dumbass fumbles. The fumbles weren't dumb fumbles though. That dude forced 3 fumbles. One guy forced 3 of the 4 fumbles. You know that, right? Yeah, and he got hurt. That's the only reason he stopped. He never stopped doing it. They just hurt him. He was on the bench with cramps, but he was punching them out. They weren't like, oh, I got hit too hard. He was letting them hit him. And once you hit a guy, if you ever hit anybody, once you hit somebody and you know their momentum is off you, you might let up for that half second. He'll let players run into his body or run into the back of their own man. And once they have that initial impact and they're kind of reverbing or rebounding from it, that's when he punches the ball out. And he got it down pat. Him and Zeke went to high school together too, but he got it down pat. You don't do that by accident 3 times. He did it 3 times, so it wasn't an accident. He knows what he's doing. He's good at it. So you got to, he gets paid too. He's not trash. So I don't think they were just dumb fumbles like we just weren't tough enough. It was each time he got bodied, like he gave up. He elected to punch the ball out rather than tackle. And Deion Jones tried it against Zeke in the second half, and Zeke said, "Oh, I'm gonna carry you for 10 yards if you try that shit again." And so then, people start just having to come down and actually tackle him. But yeah, yeah, he was a fullback in high school and he played basketball with uh, um, Zeke. Yeah, he played basketball too. You said Voch won't like that about Connor. I don't care, man. I love Voch to death, but Connor got to go. He said, Koye, how can we improve on our third down defense? A lot of times we had them in third and longs. I mean, knock the ball, knock the ball down or sack a motherfucker. That's how we can improve. No, seriously, I think it's just going to be an adjustment. So you're going to win some, you lose some, but I think we'll get better as we kind of start understanding what our team is good at. We got a lot of looks at in the second half. We got a lot of looks at what we do well and what we don't do well. So I think what happens in the beginning of a season, especially when with no preseason and no scrimmages, what happens is you have all these ideas. Like even when you're as a coach boxing, I can just tell you how we do it. When we go to spar, just like when you go to practice, if we're practicing on a bag or a drill, things, certain moves look like, hey, if you do this, it'll work, you know. But then you go try it, and the timing is off, or the distance or the range is all. It just doesn't work as well in real time situations. And then you say, okay, we never doing that again. We'll do this now, see, because this works. So it's the same thing. It's like deductive reasoning. We have a lot of plays and a lot of sub packages, a lot of players, a lot of schemes that may or may not work or gel right now because of our personnel, or it just might not work in real game situations. And I think because we haven't ironed those bugs out in the preseason, we're doing it now. So I think that's what you're saying, and then we'll deduce that down to a uh, a group or a list of plays that work, and That's why you can't look at a quarterback's tendencies when they're young either. You have to have enough on film to see, hey, what do they do good? What can they do consistently well versus not? And then you remove some of those plays from the playbook, man. Yeah, you said Law hurt his shoulder again. Yeah, we need those three missed picks would have changed the game too. Yeah, yep, they would have, man. Man, yeah, he got posterized for sure, the lunatic. Yeah, he was mad about that. Adrian Lindsay, what's good? You have to break bad foundations to make a good one. You're exactly right. Sometimes you got to re-break your leg to heal it. So yeah, I think that's what's happening right now. My opinion on Antoine Woods' play is he's always played greater than his status. Like, he would have been a guy on Madden as like a 70 overall dude coming to your team. You would have paid him no mind. In real life, he came to us. Nobody cared. They're like, who's this guy? Nobody cared. And he came out playing in practice. You saw him body Fredericks, but now we know, and that's how he made noise was Fredericks. But we know now Fredericks wasn't quite right at that time either. But he made some noise in the preseason and in training camp. So people were like, who's this Antoine Woods guy? And then he played pretty good last year, y'all. But I think he's been playing beyond his cable toe or beyond his means um, since he's been with us. So I like him. That's what I have to say about him. He plays hard. Yeah, he plays hard, and he's playing fullback now too. I like that too. I like that too. Yeah, sturdy dude. Yes, I still do think Dez should be on. Listen, I'm gonna ask you a question, right? I like to answer questions with questions when people ask me crazy questions. Okay, should Larry Fitzgerald still be on the team? Yep. Should he be on the team? Yep. Yeah, he definitely should be on a team. So Dez, at the end of the day, Dez is a bona fide um, he is a bona fide wide receiver, but I don't mean wide receiver. He's a spark, or he's kindling. He gets people going, man. He gets people going. So for me, right now, we have guys that can do that. So do we miss Dez? Yeah, but do we have guys that can take his place right now? So it's not as big of a loss him not being on our team. But should he be on a roster? Tell me, what has he done to not be on one? Because you can't say trash is it. Because are you telling me that if Dez played on the roster? Here's another question for you. If Dez was on the roster right now, are you telling me he would be the absolute worst wide receiver in the league, or amongst the top 20? Do you think, if you throw him the ball, do you think he would be the worst wide receiver in the league? That's what you guys, because you say Dez fell off, that's why he can't play. Ah, man, you said, yeah, talking about he can't run routes. I proved all that. I won't even say that to nobody no more. But this is not a, like I said, this is not a let me defend Dez against situation. It's ridiculous that Cowboys fans be the ones pushing that narrative forward to me when they watch them play for them. Doesn't make any sense. Um, you don't hear that from people who like Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald could have retired years ago as far as speed and his abilities. He can't get upfield anymore, but they found a role for him, and he does it. I've seen him. You've seen. Hold up, Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon's been allowed back in the league how many times? All right, that is crazy. It's crazy. So if you think that those guys are Odell Beckham hasn't done shit in Cleveland. I don't hear the narrative. Well, they're starting talking about he fell off now, but it's kind of hard to be yourself when you have young quarterbacks who don't really know what they're doing yet. It's kind of hard. So I don't think there was anything ever wrong with Dez, man. When did he fall off? He never did. So like the last game that I saw Dez fire off, and it was with Dak, was in the playoffs in 2017, right before they started saying he fell off against Green Bay. Who brought us back that game? Dez fucking Bryant. And he wasn't slow and old then. So he got slow and old within 6 months of that game. Because that was the narrative we came into the league into the season with that next year. So that's why the Dez defense has been there. Right now, who am I defending? It's crazy because we just change it based on once we get rid of a guy, we just start blaming the next guy because we're always looking for an excuse. But as soon as Dez left, now who am I defending now? I'm defending Dak now because Dak's proved that he bleeds blue and silver, and now people are attacking him. And I'm like, I won't unjustly allow you. I won't allow you to unjustly just go at any player. If you ask my opinion, I'm going to tell you, and that's my opinion. He should be on the roster. And my opinion is Dak is good enough to lead a team to whatever he needs to, whatever they need him to do, he can do. I've seen that. Yeah, Dez got whiteballed, plain and simple. You exactly right. Yep, you're exactly right. He talked. I think if Dez would have talked less and just chilled, they would have found a home for him a long time ago. I think now he said so much that teams don't want they don't want that. They don't want the publicity that comes with it, or they don't want to let him think he won. Hey Zay, at AKOYE Media, when will Diggs hit his prime? I don't know. I don't know. How good do I think he can be though? I've already said that. I think he can be. I think he is great already. Bringing Larry, I'm with you. Yeah, but we about to wrap. I'm gonna start breaking things down because I think Monday Night Football about to start too, so I'm gonna jump on that too. But I'm about to start breaking shit down, man, because I'm in that breakdown mode. So I just wanted to hear what you guys wanted. Joe Thomas is one that you guys mentioned. You mentioned our defensive line. I think I might start with offense though this go round because I do a lot of defense, and you guys have a body of defensive videos from me. So I'll go with offense first, and then we'll go from there, man. But I appreciate all y'all jumping on. I appreciate the super chats from everybody who did it. Make sure though, everybody who on right now, if you haven't already, hit the like button, man. I'm trying to get this channel up because this season I don't know. I'm just focusing on this channel this season fully, like only that in boxing, because I'm starting to live life. Like I got this bracelet that say "Live out your dreams," man. I want y'all to know something, like no corny shit, no weird shit. But if y'all wasn't here listening to what I say and y'all wasn't reacting to it, I probably would have just put out one video and kept it moving. But I do this because y'all enjoy it. So that's why I ask you so much about what you want us to break down or whatever. And you guys know, those of you who know me, a lot of y'all got my number, a lot of y'all talk to me, but those who know me know I break down shit that you ask me to break down. Sometimes I might be chilling, might be smoking, might just be on vacation or something. Somebody hit me, be like, "Yo, can I see this?" I'm like, actually, I do want to see that. So I'll go do it. So, I do this not just for myself, man. I do this because I don't get paid for this shit. Not yet. So, you know what I mean? I do this because I really enjoy doing it. That is it. When you see a piece from me, it's not nothing other than I have fun making it and have fun watching it. I watch these videos just like y'all do. I'm dead serious. So, I appreciate it. No cheesy stuff, man. Like I like what I do, and I want to live my life doing what I like doing. So I'm going to train. I'm gonna just figure it out. But I'm gonna train fighters, and I'm gonna do these videos, man. That's all I want to do. That's all I like doing. So that's all I'm gonna do, and everything else is just gonna have to fall in place, man. Because I'm 38 now. I'm gonna be 40 in 2 years, and I was like, look, man, I'm gonna live my life doing what the fuck I want to do. I'm not going back to the corporate world. Not doing none of that. I don't want to. I'm probably one of the only people that, other than deaths, the reset that we're going through in this CV and all that, it's been good for me. It's been good for me because I've had time to really figure out like what my priorities are, and this is one of them. This is one thing that I do all the time. It's never brought me anything but joy, excitement, and the ability to meet and interact with new, interesting people who have common ground with me. So appreciate all y'all. Somebody just dropped a super chat. Let me go ahead and get them some love. Adrian Lindsay, appreciate the $2 too, man. I ain't say that to you, but I appreciate that. And I don't know who sent that. Oh, okay. That's channel 84 again. Like you going in, man. Like, let me hold $2. Let me hold $2, bro. It's like, no, is it watch possible for us to watch a game live with you? I can't put the game on, but yeah, I'll do a video. I've done those before. It's just that I'm just as passionate as you guys are. So y'all gotta give me credit. Like when I do breakdowns, I'm objective, or I try to be. Even though we all still the bias will still come out, but I have favorite players too, just like y'all, and I talk shit to our players just like y'all. So I try not to break things down when we lose on the night that we lost, because I realize when I go live when we lost, everything sounds doom and gloom, but those things are like immortalized because they'll say, "Oh, this is what you thought." That's what I thought when I was mad before I watched any film. If I say what I think, then it's a fan talking. I'm just a fan talking. So what I'm saying to you is, if we watch a game live, I'm a fan when we live. So don't take the live footage and say this is how Okoye really feels about this player, because I'm talking based off of what the first thing that comes to my mind is, just like you. And when I watch the film, I let the film do the talking for us all, me and you. I'm learning when I watch the film just like you are. I'm not always trying to prove something. The film is proving it to us. It's not me proving it to you. You know what I mean? So that's why my opinion will change. But I ran into that a lot. People like, damn, bro, you hate Dak. And I'm like, no. But when he fuck up a game for me, I'm going to curse Dak the fuck out. Excuse my French, but that's what it is. But sometimes I'll be betting money or something like that, and I'll be pissed off. But that's just what it is, man. That's what it is. But appreciate y'all jumping on. Eddie, what's good, man? What's good? Yeah, and I drank too. So yeah, y'all who those who started with me, I don't drink half as much anymore. But those who started with me, when I'm tipsy, I'm not like belligerent, but it's a lot funner. Like I remember one time I was on, and I'll say this right before I go. Shout out to Mark Holmes too. We done had some tragic and classic wars over football. You know, peaceful ones, not real wars, but over the years. But I remember one time I was tipsy and I went to go say something. I forgot what I wanted to go do, but I showed his number on on a video or some shit like that. And I was like, "Damn, I was drunk. I was drunk as hell. So I didn't know. I didn't know, but I didn't do it on purpose. But I realized, like, damn, when I drink and I'm on live, I'm a different dude. So stop doing that. But yeah, I will go live to answer your question. That was long winded as hell, like I always am. But I will go live one of these weeks, and or a few of them. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll turn it into a regular thing, because I really do like to enjoy the game. But yeah, I will go live and watch the game with you guys, man. But talk to y'all soon. Appreciate it. Like I said, love what I do, and love y'all for letting me do it. So thank you.